Hey guys, how you doing? Today is holiday in Hong Kong, Easter holiday, and then today is not federal holiday in US, but US stock market will not open today, and the bond market is half day, right? So there is Easter Sunday. That means in the ninth, right? That means 2 days after is the holiday in US, but then it's a Sunday, right? Today we are going to talk about one of the stock that we haven't crossed it for a long time. Then is Block. Previously, is called Square, and Square's founder is Jack Dorsey. Jack Dorsey is the founder of Twitter, and he sold Twitter to Elon Musk, and then he's back to Block for restructuring of the company. Right, we've been analyzed Square for a few times during the pandemic, right? But when I come across, why do I come across Brock again? Because the writer of the Cash app has been stabbed to death a few days before, right? So make me okay. We will Brock once again, and then I found out that there are a lot of negative works on Block, and then I remember one of the very famous sentence from Warren Buffett before is when a report is too good, that means it's not only good, it's too good, then probably it's bad, right? So we take a look on in a minute, then we'll take a look on Block's a lot of data in the finance report, and then a lot of the analyzed. And except one thing is she is losing the money. All the other data is too good. To me, is too good, right? Then probably is bad. And then many investors, we will see that the market is gradually become better, become not as bad as 1 year before. We can see for Visa, we can see for MasterCard, right? But for PayPal, it's not recovering. And then we can see that it's for Block, that means Square before, is still going down for the stock prices. And that means the investor is still do not trust Block. Even though she came out and then make some clear statement that we're okay, right? But the investor is just not believe in that. Even I do not trust them, right? So we will go through the report in a minute. So thanks for watching, and then our Falcon portfolio been today Hong Kong is holiday, and then US stock market is a holiday, right? Then our Falcon portfolio is still keeping 58%, right? That's good to us. So for any of stock, then you want me to analyze, then you can leave your message under the YouTube, or you can directly email to me by usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com. So that is our covering. Investors still do not trust Block, right? That is the main issue. Then if a company is lost, her confidence on the investor, then she is finished. Once I know that my investing habit is like that. Once I know or suspect a company is making fake figures, I will immediately sell all the stock and do not touch her, and do not touch every stock, no matter what, every business of the existing maybe CEO or high senior staff stock in my whole life. I won't trust them anymore. Right? This is my habit. This is my investment habit. I think that you should also develop that kind of habit. That means trust is very important in this world. If you lie one time, then I won't trust you for my whole life. Right? And yesterday, Dow Jones been then only up 2 points, right? Before the holiday, right? And Nasdaq been up 91 points, then is fluctuating in 12,000 or 11,500, something like that. This is our Falcon 350,000 portfolio, and then we've been structured in 55 to 60 for a long time already, and we are looking for a breakthrough, right? So this year, 2023, our portfolio been increased for 19% already, right? 19%. Now because everyone is worrying about recession, so you can see that the US 10-year Treasury yield not increasing, right? Compared it with 1 week before, then it's 3.3 now. 1 week before is 3.553%. Not increasing because a lot of people is worrying about the recession. And we only have one headline news, right? Because it's holiday now. And China's recovery is taking longer than expected. So actually, what Citibank's focus is just a joke, right? And Citibank is pushing back its stock rebound focus to actually now is expecting Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index to 24,000, and now is still 20 to 21,000, and then Citi is pushing back to June. That means a quarter later. So this is nonsense, right? This is nonsense. That means she's wrong, right? And the recovery, then what is making she think that after 1 quarter, then China will be better? Now is no pandemic, nothing, no pandemic. And then does she think that Ukraine and Russia war will end in this few months? We don't know, right? So I think this pushing back is nonsense, and the focus is also nonsense. So we take a look on Square, right? Actually, our previous is called Square, and then now it's called Block, same company. So, and this is the gentleman being stabbed, all right, Bob Lee. I think he is very young, just 43 years old, and then his found dies after San Francisco stabbing, right? So, and he wrote the Cash app, right? So it's not easy, and I think he is a genius, right? So, sorry for her death, right? And who founded the popular Cash app and worked it for MobileCoin? So we take a look on blocks. No matter it's called block and it's called Square, it doesn't matter, right? We take a look on the share price, and then we use our old habit, right? The red lines, then we can see that now the stock price still going downward, and it's not looking good, right? And the stock price now is really go back to before anything. Let's go back to before 2019, right? And seems it's going down as well. So we take a look on the data from the finance report of Block. Block has two parts. One part is the Cash App and one part is the Square, right? Square is for normal electronic payment, and then mainly is for what? For Bitcoin. And the second one is Cash App. Cash App is for normal electronic payment. We can say that for last quarter, 2022, all goes well. We see that gross profit increased, and then Square's gross profit increased, Cash App gross profit increased, adjusted EBITDA increased, but the net income decreased. So I put a red cross on that. We take a look on the Cash App inflow of the money. That means how much using Cash App for payment. You see that all goes well, right? Every year increasing, and from 2021 to 2022 increased more than 13%, 13%. And then we see that for Cash App monthly transaction activity, 51 million times. And then 2021, 44 million, increased nearly 20%. And then there is a report from Hindenburg said that she take an interview from former customer service employee, and the former customer employees of blog said that there have more than a dozen linked accounts from one subscribed user. That means like me, subscribed, I am the user, but one account have a linked account more than a dozen, and then two other employees estimated between 40 and 75%. So it implies that blog's monthly transaction user number is grossly misstated. That means most of them they're linked, right? Maybe only one transaction, right? Maybe only one transaction. Maybe the number of users is multiplied by more than double or triple. And then how did blog respond? She should respond is the number of duplicated account, right? How many of them? What is the percentage of the payment is fraud? It's very serious because fraud means illegal. Fraud means illegal. That is for Square. That means for what? For Bitcoin. And then comparison with the industry like PayPal, like Visa. Visa also have Bitcoin, like MasterCard, right? And the trends in fraud and steps being taken, right? That means a lot of them is just to money laundering, and then fraud is the illegal. And then it just been verified by blog and said that no, it's not easy for you to use the Cash App for money laundering because you will be limited to sending 250 per week and receiving 1,000 per month. That means it's very limited. Right? That means 1,000 per month and 1,000 receiving and sending, right? So the thing is like that is what the revenue of the money spent on Cash App or also on Whole Square is misstated. We don't know the exact number, but it clearly is being stated, being enlarged for many times. So block stock gains after answering questions on user number ID verification. Then she did some explanation, but if we look at the stock prices, no, the investor is not accepting that, all right? So this is not for the quarter, this is for whole year of 2022. Only one problem, all goes well, only one problem. The net income suddenly become a negative. See that? I put a red circle. Suddenly it lost 54 million US dollar. That's a net loss. Right? Oh, sorry, 541 million US dollar is what she lost. All other data, well, all other data to me is okay. And no matter it's in 2022 Q4 or for the whole year, the gross profit goes well. You see that? All the YOY, that means year-over-year growth is positive, right? Even for block, right? The YOY growth is 40%. The compound increment for 3 years is 47%. For Cash App is 81%. So why should lose money? And then the gross profit in the market outside the US per Square also increasing. We see that. Not as much as before, but also increasing. You can see that, right? And the Cash App card gross profit also increasing for the green one. And then the gross profit for Bitcoin, the left-hand side, is also increasing, all right? And the Square's gross payment volume decreased just very little, right? from 50 billion to 48.6 billion US dollar, just decreased a little. And then for the cash flow info, Cash App info money for Q4 increasing, and then Cash App return on investment, right? The red line is 2017, the gray one is 2018, and the light gray one is 2019, and the light green one is 2020, and then go to 2021. Very well, return on investment, right? Only one thing, right? It goes to the last quarter of 2022 is a loss. 2022's last quarter, company lost 114 million US dollar. Is a net loss, and the adjusted EBITDA is a positive. Everything positive, only the net income is loss. So we take a look on the condensed balance sheet. You can see that the net revenue, okay, for 2022, 17.5 billion US dollar compared to 1 year before 17.6, right? We accept that, right? But suddenly the operating income is a loss, 0.6 billion US dollar compared to earn 0.16 US dollar billion 1 year before. Why? And then from this condensed statement, because the company spent a lot of money in the product development, sales and marketing, and the general and administrative, I don't believe those figures. I do not believe those figures, right? How can it be, right? Now is a bad time and then should spend more, right? And then you can see that the net income is a loss 0.55 billion US dollar compared to 1 year before earned 0.15. That means worse 5 times. We see the right hand side, the current assets still okay, right? 15.6 billion US dollar, right? The cash, and then let's see if we believe those figures or not. Forget about the long-term asset, because you can see that the goodwill, now the goodwill is 11.9 billion US dollar, but 1 year before the goodwill is only 5.19. During this 1 year, the goodwill of the company increased a double. I don't believe it, all right? And the total liability is 14.1, and then the current asset is 15.6. Then we accept this, right? We accept this. Financially, point of view, then she's still safe, right? And then we can see the net cash provided by the operating activity, 1.7 billion US dollar for whole year, and then 1 year before 8.4 billion US dollar. 0.17 billion US dollar compared with 1 year 0.84 billion US dollar. Right? So the thing is like that. Then I do not think the figures are accurate. There 100% is a lot of misstated. I'm not going to say misleading, it's misstated figures, right? I do not recommend any of you holding Square stock. I know that the stock been dropped a lot, but you should sell it out immediately. Do not hold it, including PayPal, right? Then only thing that we should have is like Visa or MasterCard, right? Because then their figures reflecting the truth. It's not possible for Square, for everything is fine, and then we spend a lot of money, then we get a loss, then it's bullshit, it's crap, right? So remember Warren Buffett's famous sentence, when a thing looks very good, then probably it's not true, right? Okay, thanks for watching, and then please give us a like, any comment or share to your friends are welcome, and then please help to press the bell icon next to it. So whenever there's a new video uploaded, then you will get the information and a notice from YouTube. So guys, thanks for watching, and then have a very peaceful Easter holiday. See you guys next week. Bye bye.